Hey YouTube, how's it going? Buster here. Oh, it's been a while. Just my job. My job's quite, I went having quite a lot of time to myself to, even though I'm home every night, with this new job, the work's more intense. So yeah, it's been a while. Plus obviously with the new house, trying to get everything sorted. I've got a guitar room, which is there. I'm just doing some work to that, trying to get that sorted. Not had very many guitars. I've actually sold quite a few. So the only ones I've got left is 3 Mexican P basses, one from 96, 97, the other one from 2003, and a 2020 P bass, which I've done videos for. I've got the Squire Vintage Modified 77 Jazz bass, which is quite a nice bass. I like playing that quite a bit. I've got the Duff McKagan, one that I made myself. I've got the Antonia, the blue one with the EMG pickups, an acoustic bass, Squire Mini P, Jackson Minion, which my friend's got, 5-string, which is in bits in the cupboard, the East German P bass, and the Aria Pro 2 Madax. The rest are pretty much gone. The acoustic resonator bass I swapped for a drum kit for my son because he wanted a legit drum kit, so I've got a legit drum kit. A few things have happened. So this bass that I've got, that I'm doing a video about today, I had a 32-inch scale, vintage modified Telecaster bass special, the one with the Fender wide range pickup and stuff that I did some mods to. So Friday, I messaged a gentleman about another Mexican P bass, Tide Blue, looked nice. Had a set of DiMarzio pickups in it, looked nice in the pictures. Goes there, the Telecaster bass that I've got was in mint condition, apart from the fact that I did the mods to split the Fender wide range pickup. But it was mint condition, no scratches in the body, no dinks, no dents, nothing, mint condition. Gets there, and the bass is, the P bass was, it was terrible. Chips out the paint, dinks in the neck, loads of fret wear, some other stuff's wrong with it, so that didn't happen. So a gentleman that I got to know, who owns a small shop on Cathcart Road in Glasgow, the Wee Guitar Shop, had started to get quite a few basses in. He was mainly dealing in guitars, 6 strings, and I'd spoke to him a few months ago, excuse me, and he was saying about basses, because it's kind of, I like to buy second-hand basses. I'm not a big fan of buying brand new basses. Plus second-hand, you're more likely to pick up something that's quite unusual. Then recently started getting basses in, so he had this bass in, the one I'm going to show you. It just so happened that I went in with this guitar, showed him the guitar, he fell in love with the Telecaster bass and became a deal for this one. So yeah, this is the bass I'm going to show you. I've always wanted one of these since I've seen them. So what we've got here is a Byte custom basses P bass. He had 2. In fact, they originally had 3, but he sold one. But the other one he had in the shop was a jazz bass that had more switches on it than Mad Malco could ever put in a guitar. This thing was crammed, and I mean crammed, with switches. A jazz bass is a jazz bass, pick up in the bridge, in the neck, P bass pick up in the middle, 2 volume, master tone, a selector rotary switch that went from bridge and middle and neck, outside pickups, so bridge and neck, all of them at one time. It had switches for switching between pickups and putting them in and out of phase, and then loads of other things. It had a graphic on it that was like kind of clockwork punk, steampunk, and it had a barometer, believe it or not, a barometer and a watch inserted into the horn. It was mental guitar. So these are custom guitars, and I'll go into a wee bit in my thinking of them. Because I went onto the website and I basically made this guitar to see how much this guitar would be for me to get it made and sent here, brand new. This is pretty much brand new. It's never really been used. The guy must have bought it and hung it up on a wall and then never touched it. Yeah, strange company. Right, so they say custom, but I don't think they are a proper custom company. I don't think they make the neck, they make the body, put it together and build your guitar. I think they've got a load of necks sitting, they've got a load of bodies sitting, already done, finished, bodies painted, different colours of bodies and stuff like that. You go on the website, you make up your base, they put it together, send it to you. Because even the Mexicans, majority of the Squire vintage modifies and stuff, if you run your finger over the neck and this bit here, you can't feel the transition between the neck and the body. You can with that one, that does it, but the other bases don't. That normally tells you that they basically lifted a neck, put it in and then made the body suit that neck. It's no, I don't think it's as custom as what they make out, or if they do claim that, I don't know, but it's a custom base shop. Custom wise, what they do is you pick the neck, so you pick maple neck, maple fretboard, or maple neck, rosewood, Indian laurel, fretboard. Then you pick the nut, so it'll be bone, graphite, or synthetic bone. You pick the machine heads. You pick the string tree, the screws, gold screws, silver screws, black screws. You pick body, colour, natural black, cream, red, all the colours you can think of. You can get it printed, a print put on it. This is obviously tiger print on it. You can get clockwork, you can get cannabis leaves, all sorts of stuff. Then you pick scratch plate, obviously different colours, the hardware, gold, black, silver, usual colours, bridge, silver, black, gold. You pick the pickup configuration, which is, this is the reversed P-bass pickup. So in a standard P-bass, this one would be actually here and this one would be there. You can get them moved further to the neck. You can add a jazz bass pickup if you wanted to. Loads of different pickup configurations. Solderless or soldered. This is solderless because I had to open it up to find out to make the bass to get the price. Comes with a custom serial numbered neck plate. You can get a silver, gold, black. You can also get personalised with your own name and stuff on it. So that all comes at a premium. So I went onto the website, I made this guitar, exact guitar, black machine heads, gold screws, the whole shooting match. And to get this guitar, to me, bought from the website, is €1,349 and 99 pence. In pounds, I think it was 1,250 something. Would I pay that for this? No, I certainly would not. if I was to put it in a scale for you to match this base, it is a nice plain base, sounds amazing, but if I was to put it in a scale for you, and we'll use Squire into Fender as the scale, this would be either, so obviously you've got Affinity series, and then you've got the Vintage Modified series, and you've got Classic Vibe series. Don't do the Vintage Modified anymore, Classic Vibe now. Classic Vibe can range between anything from 300 up to 500, then you move into Mexican Fender, then it'd be Japanese Fender, then it'd be American Fender. It used to be the other way about, it used to be Japanese Squire, Mexican Fender, then it would be American, but I would turn that round. I would say the Squire Japan's new Squire Fender, and it would be between the Mexican and the US one. That's a different story. I would say this was probably Vintage Modified, Classic Vibe kinda standard bass, just with the fit and finish of the neck. Maybe pushing into the Mexican Fender, so 600, 650 range, maybe at a push. Would I pay £1,300 for it? No. If I was going to pay 1,300 quid for a bass, brand new, out the wrapper, I would definitely go for lower end Music Man, lower end Fender American, something like that. I certainly wouldn't pay 1,300 quid for this. Second hand, I wouldn't pay any more than 350, 450 for this second hand. I wouldn't pay, you'd expect a £1,300 guitar second hand in mint condition, as if it was just out the shop. You'd maybe pay £7. I wouldn't even pay £7 for this. Yeah, so I think that's how they do the custom thing. Don't get me wrong, I would like to find out if that's the case from the company. Do they buy all the necks? Are the necks made somewhere else, like China? Body's made in China. The custom part is they put it together the way you ordered it online. I'd like to find that out. So yeah, this is the new bass. What they also did is, which I seen on the website, which I think is strange, is, so if you've ordered this bass, you put it together, exactly like this, exactly the same as this, gold hardware, everything. You're going to pay 1,300 and, as I say, £1,349.99, I thought euros, sorry. You can get the headstock changed, or change the neck to a foreign line, so it looks more like a Squire. But where the bump is, when it comes back, I'll show you. I'll get this out actually to show you. So the foreign line for the bike guitars, it looks like this, except the bite mark, which is at the top of the headstock here, is there. That's all it is. I would have preferred that on that bass, but you can't choose you when you've picked up a second-hand guitar. It's a nice headstock, it's alright. It's quite long. It's a bit lengthy, that. It's a bit lengthy, that. But they've done it so they could get the logo on it, the bike logo. But yeah, they've done it like a Squire. But once you've got this together, it's going to cost you £1,349 for this bass. To get the headstock change, it costs you an extra £89, which I think's kind of cheeky. You should just get that option, where they have the four aside or that, not paying extra for it. You can order the neck for this bass with the four line, but it's going to cost you £89. That's kind of cheeky. I wanted to change it in there, but yeah, but if you're ordering the bass, you shouldn't have to pay an extra 89 quid to change the headstock, especially if they've got all the necks sitting, waiting just to put on the body, because I think that's how they do it. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. It is a nice base. The other thing that annoys me is you're paying 1,300 quid for a guitar. Why would they put a 2-section body? That should either be a 1-piece slab body or 1-piece body if you're paying 1,300 quid. Or they could at least go, right, if they are doing them custom to order, if you see a body like this, put that to one that's going to be painted, not an actual finish. An actual finish one should have a 1-piece body, I think, personally anyway. I know if you pay for a 1,300 quid Fender, you're going to get a one-piece body. I was quite lucky with the Fender Mexican 3-tone sunburst one, because that is a 1-piece of ash. I was really lucky there, and I bought that without even seeing it, so I'm lucky with that guitar. But definitely it should be like this. If you're going to have a clear coat finish or a 3-tone sun, use 1 piece of wood. Don't use 2 separate pieces of wood. Yeah, neck's nice. It's a kind of a mix between a P bass and a jazz bass neck. So it's a nice feeling neck. It plays nice, sounds nice. Buy 1,300 quid. I certainly wouldn't pay that for it. Yeah, if you get a chance at one, then pick it up. Yeah, so I'll let you hear what it sounds like. So, I don't know if I'm on standby or not. Yeah, there you go. Because it's the valve one, but I keep forgetting to press that one. I switch it off without pressing button, you hear the conco nearly busting. So, I'll let you hear it. It's nice, so go tone all the way on, volume up. Tone all the way off. So I'm playing this through Tracy Elliott GP12 SMX sound management system, through a Tracy Elliott 1x15, which is here. The cable goes all the way through, and there's a 2x10 over there. Yeah, so I'm amped with my head. So I've got, yeah, I'll tell you what amps I've got actually on the subject. So I've got the TC Electronics over there, going through a 2x10 Ampeg cab, which is now going through that because the Ampeg head blew up. That's a funny story. Yeah, so I'd had the Ampeg system, and then the fuse went. I changed the fuse over. I think because I ordered them from China, then PDG the fuse didn't give in, so when the power was going through, too much power, drawing too much power, rather than snap the fuse, it bridged the fuse and blew all the capacitors on the board. So my Ampeg head, 100-watt head, is now in bits in the cupboard. You get somebody to fix that. But the Ampeg, which I recently found out, when I found out this is why I'm doing it this way, is the Ampeg 2x10 is the same and is made in the same factory as the 2x10 that come for TC Electronics, so it's the exact same, just badge different, so that's why I'm using that. So I've got this set up, going through the 1x15 crosshair to the 2x10, or 2x12 maybe, 2x12 I think that is, in here. So I've got that Tracy there. Well, what I've also done is I've got the Fender Rumble 200 set up over there as well. So if I really wanted to have 3 bass amps in here, I just need to disconnect the Tracy head from the 2x12, plug in the Rumble, and I've got another bass amp there as well. Or I can do the reverse, switch this off, because there's 2 jacks at the back of this, one for that cab, and a separate one for that cab. Same with the Rumble. I can then just do the reverse, plug the Rumble into the 2x12, and then the lead for there to the 1x15 and do the opposite. Eventually that will all be in that room. Yeah, so fun and games. Back to the bass. Yeah, so it's a nice bass. Yeah, it's a nice bass, plays well, sounds nice. I could change the configuration of the P-bass pickup. I've got another scratch plate that fits this. So if I wanted to, I could move them that way. Or if I wanted to be really, really sneaky, I could take the scratch plate off this and fit it to one of the P-basses, because it's the exact same scratch plate, and have one of my made in Mexico P-basses have the pickups different. Other things about this bass as well, the routing cavity for the pickups is massive, because this is another reason why I think they're not custom made, i.e. I don't think they make the bodies, don't think they make the necks, I don't think they finish them. I think they buy them in P-bass body already finished, all they do is put the neck to it. So they'll get the bodies made somewhere else, they'll get the necks made somewhere else, and then they'll just jam them together, put them together, and then sell you them. Because the route for this is massive, it's there, and that's designed so if I went to Byte and asked them for a scratch plate with the pickups up here, they'd send me that, and I can then move that pickup to there without having to change the route. The only route that I would have to make that they maybe do in the factory is putting the jazz bass pickup in. But that's at a premium. Everything's at a premium. So I mean, you pay more for the gold knobs, you pay more for the gold screws, you pay more for the graphic nut, you pay more for the black. Everything's at a premium. The other thing they've done, which I think is strange, so they've got this cavity cut out. They've painted it with that paint. Just the name that's just left in my head. The shielding paint. But what they've not done is they've not shielded the back of the scratch plate. So they've got a bit of shielding from here to there, which is standard in any P-bass. But if you're going to shield the interior of your bass or any guitar, where the shielding paint is, you need to have on the back side of the scratch plate anyway, you need to have the shielding tape, because what you're doing is you're creating a Faraday shield, Faraday cage basically. You're trying to keep all the signals inside there, basically. I can never remember the name of that. They've not done that, so it's pointless. Yeah, quite strange. Very strange. Because that's how you get away with it with like Telecasters and stuff, because the pocket's only routed out just for there. What they'll do is they'll shield that. But if you're going to do it, you need to shield the whole lot, because there's a cavity going between here and there. Strange, because I had to strip this out to find out if it was soldered or solderless, and it's solderless, because that adds or takes away the price. Yeah, so I stripped it, checked it out. It's got gold screws for the strap buttons. Yeah, so it's a nice guitar. As I said, I don't think it's worth £13 quid, but yeah. But yeah, so I like to hear a wee bit more. Turn the way on. nice bass. It plays well. Sounds nice, but 1,300 quid worth? Nah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I don't know, I think you're going to find that these will sell better on the second hand market than they will brand new from the factory. Definitely. There's not a lot of them here in the UK. I've not seen a lot of them. They're a bit like that, is it Renovate, a company that do kinda short scale P basses, short scale Telecaster basses, and they're the same, exact same. It wouldn't surprise me if they're not the same company. You can custom make your own basses and stuff and get them sent over for premium. People ask stupid money for them. I had a guy try to swap me one. He was trying to sell it for the price that he bought it off the company for. And to be fair, if you're going to do that, he was always ordering it straight for the company and get it made exactly the way you want for the price. I think he was trying to sell short scale P bass, like 50 style P bass, for 400 quid, but you could buy it from the factory, from the company, brand new for 389.99. That's including shipping. And get it made for that price any way you want. That's another reason why I think these are maybe a bit too expensive, is because Renovate, they do the same sort of thing, but they're not as expensive as this. I know they're coming from Austria. I'd need to play one of the, or see one of the Renovate basses to see what the build quality's like. Don't get me wrong, neck on this is really nice. Headstock shape, not my cup of tea, but it's unusual. Body, okay apart for a stupid joint here that I don't like, but generally the body's finished kind of nice shape. I like the idea. The whole thing that puts me off is this here. So I think what's happened is when they've done the neck pocket, when they've set the neck on it, because they're not made together. Because if you're making a bass, what you would do is you would rough out the neck pocket, make it slightly smaller than what you needed. Using obviously hand tools, you sort out the neck pocket to suit the neck you've got to get it right place, so you don't get this stupid kind of lip here. But I think what they've done is just routed it and stuck on. I've not took the neck off it yet to find out if it's marked or anything, to see if the neck, you don't get it with Fenders, because when you open up a back of a Fender, your neck will not always match your body, but Fender and Squire will be doing it that long, they can pretty much get that neck pocket right first time with the machinery that they've got, unless it's Korea, because that's a Korean one, is it not Indonesian? They've obviously made a mistake somewhere with that one, because they've done what the Leeds have done with this, is having to shift the neck pocket. It just takes your machinery to be out a couple of mil, and that happens. You can tell here as well, you can tell that's what the factory do, because that's where the neck pocket, can you see that? That's where the neck pocket should sit. It's now sitting here. So this neck is sitting, to get that neck in line, if I had to move the neck like that. So yeah, that's no, probably about 2 mil or something. It's sitting off by about 2 mil. It's hard to see, but with it break my table, it's hard to see. But this is the line where the neck pocket starts, and it's actually over here now. So yeah, know if you can see that on that. See that better there? Yeah, the neck pocket's been off. It's been sitting off when they've done that. That's why you get this lip here. So the next new something like that to make it square. Either that, or whoever's fitted the bridge has messed it up, twisted the bridge and had to twist the whole neck to suit the bridge rather than making a whole new body. Yeah, definitely. Maybe email Bite and say to them, I've bought one of your second-hand guitars and I've noticed all this on it. Just see what they say. Yeah, the bridge is off. You can see it there. They've installed the bridge wrong. When they've installed the bridge wrong, they've had to, rather than fixing, scrapping the body and starting again, and or not having the holes there, what they've done is they've shifted the neck to suit the bridge. So it is in line. It's no affecting playability or anything, but it's wee stuff like that just does not justify paying 1,300 quid for. If you're going to pay 1,300 quid, you want the bridge to be fitted right first time. You want the neck pocket to be right first time. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to show you on one of the other bases. I might want to maybe show it better. So, I don't know if you've got to see that on the fender. Let's have a look. So on the fender here, the neck lines up with this part where the neck pocket starts. On that, it's sitting off slightly. So yeah, it's obviously been put together kind of wrong. And the Fender Mexicans are only like now up to 750 brand new. So you gotta really pay 1,300 quid for one of these if you can pay 750 for a Mexican. Is a Mexican better than this? Definitely. Yeah, so there you go. Back again. So I think I'm going to try and keep it up this time. Doing a video once a week again to get back up on my feet again. So next week I'll do a write down 3 different P-bases that I've got Mexican from different eras, write the specs down, write down the pickups and write down capacitors and everything else, body, and then we'll do a comparison of them next week I think, and that's what we'll do. So yeah, well, I've got to say, the only thing that I have done to this when I got it was I changed from this came with flat wounds on it, I put round wounds on it. Yeah, that's another thing you pick for the factory. You can either get labella flat wounds on it, or a set of round wounds. Can't remember if it's XRs or not, I'm not too sure. Decent strings, but I'm not a big fan of flat wounds. I'm going to get a set for the 3-tone sunburst, because I think that that'll sound nice for a set of flat wounds, just so I've got a set of flat wounds on a P-base. We'll see. So, there you go guys. Hopefully that's me back. More regular videos. Going to keep this for, I'm obviously going to keep it, but I'll play it for a couple of, maybe a few more weeks and I'll do another review. And maybe message Bike Guitars and see what they've got to say. So I can get a bit more information on them. Well, we'll see. So stay safe guys. Have a nice start of the summer, so have a nice summer. Hopefully it's nice today. Keep safe and carry on.